I promise you to keep your words. Don't forsake me, Almighty God. I promise you to keep your words. Don't forsake me.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونستعين ونستهدي ونؤمن به ومن يهد الله فلا مضل له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We give thanks and praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has made us witness today. We adore him, we glorify him, because we ask him to shower his blessing and his mercy on the noblest of mankind, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, his relative, and those who follow the virtuous teaching till that day of reckoning. Inshallah, today we'll be discussing a very vital issue which we center around what we call child upbringing. Child upbringing, Islamic perspective. If you look at this topic vividly, you will see that it's a very vital topic because it's a topic that has to do with the procreation, that has to do with human evolution. So we can toy with it, we can joke with it because it's affect virtually each and every one of us. Child bringing Islamic perspective. One, it is established in Islam that childbearing or having a child is natural because it is meant for reprocreation. It is meant for sustainability of existence of the human race. So one of the key feature or characteristic of humanity is reprocreation, which has to do with childbearing or childbearing. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran that in Surah Shura, it said that لِلَّهِ مُلِكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ يَخْلُقُ مَن يَشَاءُ وَيَهَبُ مَن يَشَاءُ. Allah said the sovereignty of heaven and earth belongs to him, belongs to him alone. يَخْلُقُ مَن يَشَاءُ. Allah created whatever he wants and endow anyone he wishes with child. So bearing of children or having a child is not by anybody's opinion or decision or power or influence, because Allah said he's the creator. He creates, he endows you with childbearing, and it's said further that whoever he wishes, he endows such person with a male child, or he made it female child, or mix them together. Somebody might have male child all through his life, or female child, or mix them together to be both the combination of both male and female. And whoever he wishes, he makes such person barren, impoverished, such person will never produce a single child. Allah said, Inna alimun qadir. The wisdom behind this is only known to Allah, and it has the power and influence to do this, for doing this. That is first we need to establish. Childbearing, it's determined by Allah alone. But as human being, you need to play your own role, your own part. And what role do you play is to get married. To get married, to do the needful, to go for medical checkup, to be prayerful, and what have you. So that is why a man, you don't push a blame to your wife, and the wife don't push blame to the husband. Allah said the final decision lies in his hand with regards to childbearing or child upbringing. Childbearing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran that this issue of childbearing is so essential that he painted three different scenarios of the implication of having a child. Because you might have a child, you should be also aware of the implication. One of the implications, Allah said that childbearing is a triumph. It's a triumph from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you say anything is a triumph, you know what it means, what it implies. It means that if you try, if you do it the way you ought to do it, then you be rewarded for such triumph. But if you fail, then you'll be punished. In another portion of the Quran, Allah referred to childbearing as fitna. We say fitna is trial. And the second one is Allah referred to childbearing as qurrata ayunin. Qurrata ayunin, it means the blissful gift, a blissful gift, a meritorious gift. ربنا هب لنا من ازواجنا وذرياتنا قرة اعين واجعلنا للمتقين اماما. Allah referred to childbearing, a child as قرة اعين. And in another version of the Quran, Allah referred to child as zina, zinat al-hayat dunya, as something precious, very precious gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, in another version of the Quran, Allah referred to child as adun. Adun, it means enemy. Enemy. But this has to do with the way you perceive it, the way you know, the way you embark on this responsibility of parental saga of child upbringing. This like the general statement that the way you lay your bed, the way you sleep on it. Do you want a child to be enemy to you, or you want it to be blissful gift? You want him to be a triumph, or you want him to be spiritual gift? These are the four areas we Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refer to child or children with different, descriptions. And this an eyesore is very obvious in our society, our community. We have seen different scenarios where we have children that are very problematic. We have children that are very, abusive, and we also have children that are very responsible. That happens to be, joy to the joyful children to their parents. So it lies in your hand, and this will take us to how do we excel in child upbringing? How do we nurture our children? How to bring them to the level at which they become useful for themselves, for the family, and for the entire community? It's very easy. In Islam, we have three different phases of child upbringing. The first phase has to do with pre pre marriage, the pre marriage. We have the new and we have the post before the child upbringing, during child upbringing, and after the child upbringing. The first one is the pre-marital responsibility. As a father who want to raise a child, who want to bear a promising child that will be godly, how do you do it? The first stage is referred to ikhtiyar zawj wa zawja. Ikhtiyar, it means selecting a pious wife, selecting a pious husband. It refers to selection stage. Somebody that will be the mother of your child, who will be the father of your child. You must be selective in terms of, marriage and copulation. Today, most of us, when it comes to the issue of marital, affairs, we give priority to materials concentration, materials criterion. No. Prophet Muhammad told us that some can marry and Arba. He said people get married for four reasons. People get married for, beautification. Maybe the lady in question is very pretty. She has all the tantalizing, features that you need as a husband. There's nothing about that or about her family background, about her portfolio, which is very rich. But as a Muslim, you need to consider the deen. The deen is very key. The deen, the religion, the godliness is one of the key factors. Then, after you've selected a very pious and righteous spouse, then it comes to relationship, bed, play, the bed, interaction, copulation. When you want to go into copulation with your wife, they are recommended. The recommendation with regards to this, what you ought to do, what you ought not to do. The first thing is when you want to copulate with your wife, there are recommended prayers that you need to put in place as a Muslim. You don't just, go into your wife in commence the copulation without you offering such prayer. And the prophet said that if any one of you want to go into, you know, conjugation or copulation with his or her wife, you should offer the following prayer. And the prayer goes thus: Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma jannibna shaitan, jannib shaitan, warzaqotana. He said anyone who is able to offer this prayer, shaitan and devils and all these demons will not have influence on the fruit of such copulation. If it is destined that that relationship will produce a child, that child will be free of the influence of shaitan. But today, do we do such? And when the mother conceives, that means during the pregnancy, you are not just allowed to let your wife be. The law of things you put in place that serve as protection for such fetus in the mother's womb. One of the key things you do as a father is to be prayerful. You do not pray. Like in Surah Maryam, when the mother of Maryam communed with Allah, he prayed. He said, Allah, وَإِنِّي أُعِذُهَا بِكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. He said that Allah, I seek your protection, your refuge against the influence of shaitan on my baby, my child. I put her in your custody, under your protection. And that is why Rasulullah said that of all creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of all human beings that have ever come to this world, the only person who was not influenced by shaitan is Rasulullah was not influenced because the prayer the mother offered was answered. So when your child is in the womb, you are very fervent in prayer because as we mentioned in Hadith and Nawawi that the first 40 days of pregnancy is going to the first 40 days, second 40 days, and third 40 days. And the third 40 days of pregnancies, Allah will send down the angel to give the baby in the womb four things. So if you're not prayerful, how do you ask Allah for something special, something good, something meritorious, something great for your child? Say, is that child be given? Ajali means its lifespan. The lifespan will be determined from the womb. It's going to be a day child, it's going to be a 1-year-old child, it's going to be 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years. That is the third 40 days of pregnancy. The decree will be endorsed. And secondly, is means of sustenance, its livelihood, the nature of work he or she will engage in. Thirdly, Sa'idun and Shakiyun is going to be a successful person, a benevolent person, or a wretched human being. It's going to be wretched or benevolent is going to be determined in the womb. So it's so key and so essential to be prayerful during pregnancy. You don't jettison it, you don't do with it. You take it so serious. You must be keen in praying during the Lord prayers that are recommended that as Muslims we need to do. So most of them we can see them in Afghar and Nawawi, or we can also find them in the House of Muslim, a very portable booklet. So we can go through them and read them and ask Allah for whatsoever you want for child, like your child. Then after this prayer, when the mother put to bed, the mother is taking care of the baby. The moment the baby is coming from the blood, we are to receive such baby with adhan. You do adhan into the ear of that child. And you can also do iqama, though there's a controversy on the issue of iqama. And there's unanimous agreement on the issue of adhan, that we do adhan. This adhan will serve as, a symbol of the fact that that child is coming to Islam. And that's the first sound such child we listen to. And we also do the prayer that is recommended by Prophet Muhammad. And the prayer is, if it happens to be a boy, we say, أعيذ بكلمة الله التامة من كل شيطان وهامة ومن كل عين لامة. We do such prayer for such baby. Look at the insurance. Look at the protection that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put in place for human evolution. And this will always fortify and protect you from the influence of shaitan. After which the baby is received, we also do what we call ta'aniq. Ta'aniq is we meet a righteous clergyman or a righteous scholar of Islam. We meet him, he's going to masticate dates in his mouth. He chewed the dates, then he used the remnants, the soluble of that date, to rub the baby's ridges here, mouth here. And that will be the father, the first thing that baby will taste. As soon as that baby is comes into this world, will be the date. After the dates, the child takes the date, then we also do what we call Harbo Raps. Begin to shave off the baby hair. We shave it off, remove it completely. Then we do what we call circumcision for such baby. We circumcise that child. Then after the circumcision, then we try as much as possible to do the naming, which is Abeko, on the seventh day of the delivery. Then the Hakiko, we slaughter ram. The ram should be slaughtered. We can do the slaughtering, without cooking, without any meal. You can just slaughter the ram and distribute it. And if you have the ability, the strength, the financial strength to also, make it tantalizing, It can also have a lot of medicaments. It is Islamic is allowed. وعبد ربك واتقوا الله ما استطعتم. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. And this is very essential for every parent who wants to, you know, or bring or train, who want to nurture a child to know what is expected of you, because you should know that you'll be called to question. So this is the first phase of child bearing, and the next one is going to be child upbringing. And we'll be discussing in the next episode about content of video or class. We're talking about how do we upbring, how do we nurture, how do we train our children. So we stop it for now. We meet in the next class where we discuss issue that has to do with child upbringing. We say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.